What to plant in your garden in the month of August. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Healthy soil can help protect your farm from drought, improve production, and protect soil and water resources. Plus, healthy soil can lower input costs, and that can lead to a healthier bottom line for your business. Contact your local Natural Resources Conservation Service office today and unlock the secrets in your soil. This message brought to you by the NRCS and this radio station.
I'm a botanist, I'm a scientist, and an activist. I'm a mechanic, I'm a caretaker, a hay raker, I'm a miller, a tiller, and a grain bin filler. I'm a farmer. But the most important handle I ever had is Dad.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
August is still one of the hottest months of the summer, and the gardens you planted in early spring are probably stressed from the heat and are in need of some help to keep blooming until the killing of frost. But there are still things to be planted in this hot month, including some colorful annuals and a few perennials. Chrysanthemums are a fall staple and can almost always be found on any list that cover late summer or early fall plantings. Cleome, or spider flowers, are typically annuals and are easy to find at garden nurseries even this late in the growing season. They don't look like much at the beginning of the season and are typically passed over at garden centers for this reason. Plan on planting these bulbs soon: tulips, daffodils, crocus, allium, and anemones. The best herbs to plant in late summer are thyme, rosemary, basil, oregano, and mint. Whatever perennials you're into, you'll be able to find them at unbeatable prices. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
WOCA.
Ocala. August the 7th at 8:30, Steve Blank, COO of the Centers, will join Adam to discuss mental health services available. Janine Battereau will join the program to highlight the services provided by Beacon Point Campus in collaboration with the Marion County Hospital District. Services include medication-assisted treatment, life skills, case management, and access to resources. Again, that's August 7th at 8:30. News you can use from the centers and your friends at WOCA, The Source.
Today will be cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, high 90 to 93. For tonight, mostly cloudy, low 74 to 78. Then remaining mostly cloudy for Tuesday with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, high 90 to 92. For Wednesday, a mix of clouds with a shower or thunderstorm during the day, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Our quality of life is what makes Marion County unique. Our parks, farms, lakes, and rivers are why we live here. Now, Marion County is facing so many challenges, and our future may be in jeopardy. Craig Curry is up to the challenge. Count on Craig to encourage job growth, protect our horse farms, and ensure law enforcement and firefighters have the tools they need to do their job. In these challenging times, we need proven leadership we can count on. Craig Curry for County Commission.
Paid by Craig Curry, Republican for County Commission.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
I pick Nick, Republican Nick Nickinen for Property Appraiser. Pick Nick, currently serving you as Assistant Property Appraiser with over 25 years of senior management experience. Pick Nick, the only state certified appraiser in the Republican primary. Pick Nick, to improve service so that you, the customer, can trust your property is appraised fairly and your tax dollars are spent wisely. Pick Nick Nickinen for Marion County Property Appraiser on or before August 18th.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking. Free breakfast.
Yum, yum.
A swimming pool. A kiddie pool. And veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
Are you ready for some real deals on summer's best color at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala? Well, just take a listen. Big number 4 size bottle brush, just $14.99. Plumbago, gorgeous, regularly $9.99, just $4.99. Sun Patience, lots of year-round color to choose from, as low as $6.99. They've got a great selection of assorted perennials, just $1 to $10 each. And Easy Care Drift and Knockout Roses, Bob's best. Buy one, get one at half price. And of course, your favorite dwarf ever-blooming red ruffle and other azaleas, just $3.99. Azaleas just $3.99. Check the ad and come see for yourself daily till 4:30. Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Listening to AM Ocala Live 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. As it is now time for our Ocala Quick Minute News, as we bring you an updated Quick Minute News right here, WOCA, The Source. As we come on through, the governor will be willing to work with local school districts when it comes to reopening classes. Governor Ron DeSantis says he understands the unique situation schools are in, but he wants districts to be flexible in giving parents a choice on returning their kids to school. He says special needs students are most in need of in-person learning. Retailers reeling from the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic hope parents use a chance to save money this weekend during the back-to-school holiday, in which sales taxes are lifted on clothes and footwear under $60 and most school supplies that cost $15 or less. Florida Retail Federation President Scott Chalet says many shops will offer extra discounts this weekend.
It provides a shot in the arm for all Floridians. The retail community certainly would like to see folks turn out and prepare for school, and parents and families need to prepare, whether it's virtual or in the classroom.
A third component of the holiday, no sales tax on the first $1,000 of non-commercial laptops, personal computers, and related accessories, has been drawing the most attention as school districts debate when and how students will begin their lessons. A 16-year-old girl in Miami-Dade County is among the latest coronavirus casualties in Florida. Broward County is easing at least one coronavirus restriction. The county has allowed its overnight curfew to expire. Restrictions are still in place for restaurants, gyms, and short-term rentals. Broward and Miami-Dade are the epicenter of the pandemic here in Florida. The Miami Marlins CEO admits his team did not follow all the guidelines, leading to 18 players and coaches contracting the coronavirus. As Derek Jeter says, there was no solace activity in Atlanta.
What it boiled down to on this particular trip was guys were around each other, they got relaxed, and they let their guard down.
They were getting together in groups. They weren't wearing masks as much as they should have. They weren't social distancing.
And hopes is the wake-up call for the major league teams, as Jeter believes while they have been hit hard, the team will be able to put something on the field starting tonight in Baltimore and be competitive. He stresses that the ill Marlins are in quarantine in Miami and are doing okay. Some are asymptomatic while others have mild symptoms. For Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
What to plant in your garden in the month of August.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Hey, this is Matt from Crossroad Auto Sales. I want to invite you to come over and check out our vehicles. All of our vehicles at Crossroad Auto Sales go through a rigorous 100-point safety inspection. We work with most outside finance companies, and we even have in-house financing available. Stop by today at 1800 Northwest 10th Street or give me a call at 690-6695. That's 690-6695. Crossroad Auto Sales. We won't leave you stranded at the crossroad.
Today will be cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, high 90 to 93. For tonight, mostly cloudy, low 74 to 78. Then remaining mostly cloudy for Tuesday with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, high 90 to 92. For Wednesday, a mix of clouds with a shower or thunderstorm during the day, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
WOCA.
Welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, as we're broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio, as we're now 14 minutes before the top of the 11 o'clock hour, rounding out your Tuesday show for AM Ocala Live here, as we welcome you back to the show, as we've had a good one here for you so far. As currently 86 degrees out there with only 80% humidity, with now just a shortened or backed off chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, with only a 20%, very slight chance of a shower or isolated thunderstorm after 2 p.m. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies, as the heat index valued at 103. As we can move on with that to weather, be pretty nice today, but warm. But then we see for the rest of the week the more chance for rain and showers and thunderstorms later on. As we move along here to round out our show, up next we have
This Day in History.
As we take a look, just a few items for today to look back on this day in history, August 4th, as we'll go back to 1892, as on this day in 1892, Lizzie Borden, the parents of Lizzie Borden, Andrew and Abby Borden, were found murdered in their homes in Massachusetts. Although never found guilty, the following rhyme is remembered every day. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. Creepy and crazy. That was on this day in history that happened. 1932, as we move along, Warren G. Harding, former president of the United States, lay in a funeral train as people from all stations of life bared their heads and bowed. Some were in groups of hundreds, others in dozens. Military men were to escort Harding's remains from the White House to Washington for the funeral. Harding's remains were to lie in the state at the White House as his successor, then Calvin Coolidge. It was on this date in 1944 that Anne Frank, the Diary of Anne Frank, and Anne Frank was captured. The Nazi Gestapo captures the 15-year-old Jewish diarist Anne Frank and her family in a sealed-off area of an Amsterdam warehouse on August 4th back in 1944. Moving on to 1950, on this day in 1950, both Snyder and Abilene in Texas had a total of 6 polio cases involving children recently in 1950, which indicates an upswing in the disease. One child was so badly affected that she had to be on a respirator, as that was back on this day in 1950. As we move along to 1967, it was on this day that the world's nuclear fears were aroused when China exploded an H-bomb on June 17th, 1966, as under the president of Mao Zedong, as an editorial a year later in the Ada Evening News focused on fear-mongering about nuclear war and remembered the honors of Nagasaki and Hiroshima 22 years before the Chinese got the bomb. It was on this day that the nuclear fears were aroused, more so with that coming out to the public. Moving on to 1972, on this date, Arthur Bremer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was found guilty of the shooting and attempted murder of White House hopeful Mr. Wallace, Governor George Wallace, at a political rally in Laurel, Maryland on 15th of May, and has been sentenced to 63 years in jail by a court in Maryland, as Mr. Wallace was paralyzed by the shot and 3 other people were injured during the incident. On this day in 1989, the savings and loan crisis, which involved more than 500 savings and loans associations led by President George Herbert Bush to consider a $150 billion bailout in an unprecedented piece of legislature. The Ways and Means Committee chairperson, Dan Rostanowski, and his parents were opposed to the bill. The bill passed. $75 million a year would go to the Justice Department to be the watchdog for institutional fraud. The reasons believed to case the problems for savings and loan institutions included the issue of the new high-interest money market funds, long-term mortgages at low fixed interest rates, and finally poor lending practices to risky ventures, as that was brought about August 4th, 1989. In 2000, on this day in history, Queen Mother celebrates 100 years old. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, is celebrating her birthday, and 100 years old as the Queen Mother and the rest of the royal family appear on the balcony of the Buckingham Palace, where thousands of well-wishers gather to wish her a happy birthday. The Queen's mother, Queen Elizabeth's mother. It's 2006 on this day, in 2006, that it was mentioned that a total of 1.2 million Ford vehicles, such as the Econoline vans, had defective cruise control switches that could overheat and cause fires. Ford vehicles were recalled from the periods of 1994 through 1996 as the Econoline vans were produced in Ohio. This recall was shaken the 103-year-old Ford Motor Company. On this date in 2009, as we look to it, is the North Korea Clinton diplomacy. 2 American journalists, Inu Lee and Laura Ling, who had been arrested and imprisoned for illegal entry into North Korea earlier in the year, are granted a pardon following a meeting between former President Clinton and the North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, as that was on this day in 2009. And then finally, on a lighter note, in 2012, on this date, it was Michael Phelps who wins his 18th gold medal of the Olympic swimming career after winning the 4x100 meter medley relay with his U.S. men's swim team. The win brought his total Olympic medals to 22, and of those 18 are gold. This was his last Olympic event before he stated that he would go into retirement. However, Phelps eventually decided not to retire and participated in the 2016 Rio Olympics, where guess what? That's right, he won another 6 medals, 5 gold, and 1 silver, bringing that to an astute 23 gold medals for his career. As that was pretty crazy, nonetheless. But man, what a career that guy had. Not to mention you're in a swimming event where you have the opportunity to win so many more gold medals overall. We're going to take a short little break here, and when we come back, we're going to round out the show for you here, AM Ocala Live, for this Tuesday, August 4th. We'll be back right after this.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
Are you ready for some real deals on summer's best color at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala? Well, just take a listen. Big number 4 size bottle brush, just $14.99. Plumbago, gorgeous, regularly $9.99, just $4.99. Sun Patience, lots of year-round color to choose from, as low as $6.99. They've got a great selection of assorted perennials, just $1 to $10 each. And Easy Care Drift and Knockout Roses, Bob's best. Buy one, get one at half price. And of course, your favorite dwarf ever-blooming red ruffle and other azaleas, just $3.99. Azaleas just $3.99. Check the ad and come see for yourself daily till 4:30. Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Need help at home? On Wednesday, July 22nd at 9:05 a.m., Jim Haskins with Touching Hearts at Home will be Adam's guest. You will learn how the Compassionate Care team can help with personal care, Alzheimer's, dementia care, housekeeping, meal prep, and transportation. And of course, Touching Hearts at Home follows all the CDC and state guidelines for COVID-19. So be sure and listen Wednesday, the 22nd at 9:05 a.m. It's information you can use from Touching Hearts at Home and your friends here at WOCA The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Today will be cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, high 90 to 93. For tonight, mostly cloudy, low 74 to 78, then remaining mostly cloudy for Tuesday with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, high 90 to 92. For Wednesday, a mix of clouds with a shower or thunderstorm during the day, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
WOCA. Ocala.
As we welcome you back to the show, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, AM Ocala Live, as we are now rounding out our show here 3 minutes before the top of the 11 o'clock hour for when your Paddock Mall opens up, where we're broadcasting live from, as well as streaming live, YouTube Live. And before we go, sure and hit the like button as well as subscribe. Stay up to date with all that good stuff there. Just a few notes to leave you with as, well, if you've been talking by Zoom, with your therapist for the last few months, you'll be happy to know that according to a small study, online therapy is as effective as face-to-face. 3 months after the end of the therapy, patients given an online treatment even displayed fewer symptoms. So online therapy as good as face-to-face, as mentioning. It's a little interesting. Okay. I wondered. Dolly Parton is more entertaining than Mickey Mouse. TripAdvisor polled its users to decide the best amusement parks, and Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, bested California's Disneyland on a global list, landing at number 8 and number 11, respectively, on the site's Traveler's Choice for the best amusement parks list in 2020. So how about that, Joe? I know you like that, buddy, as you're a big fan of the Dolly Parton and Dollywood. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee beats out Disneyland. As we know, though, that Magic Kingdom in Disney World is atop your list for the Traveler's Choice. Interesting. And then finally, world's longest yard sale is a go. Ever needed a life-size taxidermy shark? Perhaps you've been looking for a squirrel dressed in a hat and a bandana, or converted a piece of wreckage from a NASCAR race. From items you can just find in local stores, try 127 sale. Even billed as the world's longest yard sale as that begins August 6th. For AM Ocala Live, we appreciate it and have a good Tuesday here at WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. And special thanks to Galen, to Matt Gibbs, to Tish, and all that good stuff. And until tomorrow, everybody, goodbye.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
An accelerating tropical storm Isaias is now heading for the mid-Atlantic's door, headed for New York and southeastern New England earlier than previously